everyone, welcome to Mala's Verse, and this is something I'm trying for the first time, which is to do readings for the zodiacs. And we'll begin with the air signs, which are Libra, that's me, Gemini, and Aquarius. And I'll progressively make separate videos for separate elements, so separate zodiacs, but we'll collectively do 3 zodiacs in one video. I hope you like this experiment. Let's see how it goes. So the general messages for all the air signs, which are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So we have a couple of cards that I pulled out for air signs. We have Embrace the Moment, Animal Kingdom, and we have Inspire, Passion. And the other 2 cards that we have are Inner Knowing and Contentment. So air signs being air signs, the air element is a masculine energy, so we tend to be in our heads a lot, and that is definitely the message currently coming through, which is to embrace basically the current moment. And the full moon in Pisces was intense for a lot of us, and you may have been getting clarity about a lot of things, specifically things that will not be a part of your journey ahead. And it could be anything: relationships, work, or self-sabotaging thoughts, self-sabotaging behavior, or people who don't contribute to you. Everything will be coming to must have come to light, or is coming to light, and that's making you spiral down a lot into your head basically, and spiral out into thoughts that are not helping you. So it's kind of highlighting the self-sabotaging thinking process, or getting stuck in your head thing. And another strong message that is coming through is that connection with Earth, the element, not just the element but the planet, is coming through quite strongly. And not only that, it will be supporting and grounding you and making you feel more lighter, basically spending time outside or with your pets, or all sorts of animals that you can connect with. Not just It's not just the fact that it will bring you peace of mind, it is also that Mother Earth probably is indicating or bringing things to your awareness, and you can be a contribution to creating greater for the planet, for nature. It could be an initiative in an NGO or anything like that, or taking part in activities that help the planet in some way, shape, or form, be it, working with people who may be planting more trees, or treating the water, or are helping clean the air quality, or something like that. And even involving yourself in agencies or with people who work with animals, basically being the voice of the voiceless. You are being asked to help or contribute to Mother Earth. Also, spending a lot of time outside or in the nature, or with your pets if you have pets, is going to help you release a lot of this chaos that's come up from the full moon, basically, or just in general, how the climate has been, how you've changed consciously, and how your mindset has changed. So I'm also receiving that a lot of you, including me, are making other people's opinions a lot more significant. Maybe this was something that you had worked on in the past, but probably superficially, and not to the level that it is being worked on or being triggered to be worked on right now. And to clear that is one of the biggest messages coming through. That is why embracing the moment is coming very strongly to me, and specifically this catering of your attention to other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and making it your own, is blocking your creativity a lot. It's so the creativity is already there, but it's not coming to the surface because of how you are stuck in your head. And so interacting with nature and animals, or basically anything that's not people for now, is going to help you ground yourself. And that's not people but nature, yeah. Like, that's the specific message. And that's going to inspire a lot more ideas. It's going to bring forth to the surface ideas that were stagnant or laying dormant within you. You will be feeling more energy towards pursuing those ideas, those passions, or any new projects that you are, thinking of working on. Also, we have receive at the bottom of the deck. So definitely connecting with nature is going to open up a lot. Specifically, the heart chakra is coming very strongly, and also the sacral chakra, which is the chakra that is related to emotions, creativity, and our sexual energy, the creative force. And all of this will open up and start playing out even more, not evenly, but more prominently in your life. The more you start to be in the present, because with animals, that is one of the biggest things we can learn, is to be in the present moment. Also, with inner knowing and contentment, it's just the message getting repeated and solidified even more, which is your innate knowledge about the steps or the creativity that is required to take steps ahead in your life, be it specifically work-wise, but generally as well, be it in creating new relationships with people, is also going to is there already. Basically, that inner knowing is already there. It's dormant, but you have to get out of your head and embrace the current moment. uh, it's about being in allowance of the current moment more than accepting it as a reality. And acceptance may feel like something that bogs you down, something that is permanent, but nothing is permanent, right? So being in allowance of it, being in allowance of the fact that, okay, this is it, this is the present moment, but it's going to change. Everything is constantly changing, we are constantly changing, the nature is constantly changing, so nothing's permanent. This is just a phase, it'll pass. And the more you use or tend to tools or anything basically that helps you shift your vibration, shift your mindset towards gratitude a lot more, will help you get out of this stuck energy a lot easily, basically. So that's a general message for the air signs, and now I'll go specifically into Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Hi Aquarius, this is your reading. So we have the Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and we have the Six of Swords in the past energy. And currently we have the major arcanas and a very chaotic energy. But how does it get any better than this? What else is possible? So we have the Tower. Okay, let me just hold them properly. We have the Tower, and we have Justice and the Sun card in the reverse. You guys are going through a lot of heavy energies. And also for the near future, we have Page of Pentacles and the Devil. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. With the in the past, with the Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups, I feel like a lot of friendships, specifically, even friendships that you held really close to you were contributing so much, and you were definitely filling their cup a lot more than you were being contributed to in the friendship. The reciprocation was not fully there, and those endings have not been comfortable, but basically these friendships were coming to an end, and have either they are being triggered to end, or they have already ended. And this this is the energy that is causing you a lot of discomfort right now. You are making all your efforts to move towards calmer waters, but with the Tower and the Justice and the Sun in the reverse, it's like you are taking your it's not about you taking a sweet time, take a sweet time, but the point is you're taking too much time, also not ready to accept that this is, or acknowledge that this is done with, and you're not ready to move forward. And that is why this, with the Sun and the Justice in the reverse, this is like things that are being orchestrated by the universe to be, but manifest in favor of you, in favor of all your desires. You are reluctant to move past from the past, and that is why you're feeling like you feel that your foundation has crashed fully for sure, and you have no grounding, that you have nothing to hold on to, and you're stuck to this with the Devil card. In the near future, I feel like if you are not willing to change this, you have the power, you have the forces, the universal powers right there beside you, backing you up right now. They are literally creating this, all of this for you to experience the Sun card in upright, which is ultimate joy, which is abundance of joy, which is abundance of prosperity, and also the Justice to be upright, basically for you to receive the good karma, for the scales to tip in balance for you in your favor. For that is why all of this is happening, but you are stuck, or you will remain stuck in this should you not choose, and that's just temporary energy. Everything is determined or conclusive only on the basis of your will, of your free will, basically, and that too is not conclusive as long as you are in question, right? So you have a lot of options. You have the option to move past this, you have the option to move out of this jail, move out of these chains, unbind yourself. Is that a word? Unchain yourself from this cycle, from this disruptive. Hi Aquarius, so my camera got cut off, low battery. Anyway, I was saying, as far as I remember, was that to move out of this disruptive cycle or this self-sabotaging behavior that you might have in your shadow that you were reluctant to acknowledge, moving out of it is going to make you be kinder to yourself, be in allowance of yourself more, so that you make mistakes. You give yourself the permission to make mistakes. You give yourself the permission to interact with more people instead of just giving away. You give yourself the permission to understand where you need to be the killing energy that I always talk about, which is to maintain the energy of knowing that when you innately know that no one can come and mess with you, because you already firstly you are an infinite being, plus you have the entire universe backing you up. So what do you require, right? What else do you require, actually? So when you acknowledge and be that energy, nothing, not even entities, not people, nothing can disrupt your peace, nothing can take away anything from you. It is really not possible without your permission. Because I feel like in the past you're really stuck. I feel heavy in my heart chakra too. So specifically with friendships or even relationships, you feel like you were sidelined a lot, you were not given priority, and it's not easy for you to open your heart. So when you did that, you were met with these kind of circumstances, and that led to you becoming a little bit frozen, basically a bit cold-hearted, more than you were actually. But embracing that one step at a time, which I feel like you're definitely doing, like with the Six of Cards, definitely you're trying to move towards calmer waters. yet you are doing it a lot more from your comfort zone. That's why you're feeling this disruption, this heartache, because all of these events, specifically being put in a situation, put in a situation like this, wherein you were not valued for the contribution you made, be it energetically, emotionally, financially, or any which way. Because I feel like when you are invested in someone, you are fully invested in them. And since you were not given your due energy exchange, if I might say, um, and recognizing, it's so important to go through these events, because once you have gone through this and you are in allowance of it rather than resisting it, because right now you're resisting the change as well, you're resisting these aspects somewhere in yourself as well. But when you start embracing these aspects, when you start being in allowance, not accepting it as a part of who you are, but being in allowance, you can spot from miles away when someone is not going to contribute to your energy. Your awareness is going to multiply. The more anything we resist, anything we are against, we are always at the effect of it. And so the more aware you become, the more things will balance out. It came in reverse, but things will balance out. The joy, the ease in life that you have been looking for, you will be able to give yourself the permission to experience that. It is well within your reach, because you are bound by it, by your own decisions and choices, be it subconscious, and be it decisions which are mostly projections of others that you might have imbibed and made your own. So everywhere you've done that, will you wow, that's quite strong in a lot of you guys. So everywhere you've done that, everywhere you have emphasized a lot more on other people's opinions of you, will you please release all of that? Will you please let go of all of it and start afresh? You can always say the statement whenever you feel like, and say that you are letting go of it as many number of times as you would like to, and the energy will shift. Be conscious and true to yourself. The only person you need to be brutally honest with is yourself. So I'm just going to pull a few oracle cards. Wow. Friendship is again, and we have, I didn't shuffle, but the energy was quite strong to pick these. We have friendship and innocence. That's what I feel. I was getting this term that you put your heart on your sleeve, if that is the correct wording. And you have been quite giving in your friendships, in your relationships. It is time to, with the solitude card, it is time to reflect on these patterns, not to ridicule yourself, not to belittle yourself, but to recognize. The more responsibility you take, people think that spirituality and self-awareness is oh so easy, it's just rainbows and sunshine, if that is yeah, that's the phrase, right? So but it's not the case. It is literally taking accountability and responsibility for every thought, feeling, emotion you feel, because most of it is not even yours. So you need to first acknowledge it to send it back to people, right? Send it back to senders with consciousness. So that is required, and that is what this entire phase is. You are like in the near future, and which is probably the energy that you are already experiencing to basically a shadow of, is to work on your shadow, to work on this aspect. Your innocence, the purity of your heart is magical. It will be, reciprocated and appreciated by the right people soon. But for that to happen, first you need to realize where you need to be the killing energy, like I said, where you need to be in your own power and say no when required. Because I feel like you guys, like me, would say yes quite easily to anyone, specifically people you love a lot. And that's where you need to step back. Not step back, but stand your ground. I am being asked to pull a card from this deck. So one last message for Aquarius. Receive. That was there in the general messages as well. And we have embraced the moment again. So be in allowance of the changes that are happening. Do not spiral down the pathway of why did this happen. Remember that the universe has got your back and be ready to receive. I'll just read what's written here. You are kind and a loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving in the natural law and order of the universe. That literally sums up your entire reading, Aquarius. I hope this resonated with you, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hi Gemini. So the cards that we have got for you are the Ten of Wands and Queen of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. And we have the Sun and the Three of Pentacles. This feels a lot oriented towards your career specifically, which is also being, or definitely, all aspects are affected, interlinked with each other. So your emotional health is related to your career currently, and the way you are stepping forward and moving forward, and getting rid of all these 10, basically the wands, the energy that you have been carrying, which is not even yours, that emotional and physical even stress that you have been feeling because of the chaos that you have been carrying around, or the disruption majorly that you have been carrying around within you, which is not even your own energy, and trying to be working on your emotional health, probably excessively, because this Ten of Wands is time and again pointing towards the energy, the heaviness that you're carrying is not even yours, and you trying to be very emotional about it, and probably sinking too deep into your emotions and being at the effect of it to change this Ten of Wands. This load is what you have been in the recent past, in the energy of this is what is changing most likely. And that is what the more you are becoming emotionally mature, your intellect in your emotional aspect is increasing. You're becoming more aware of your emotions, and to the fact that also these are not even yours, so you're returning it to sender. You are opening up a lot of avenues for yourself, a lot of ideas within yourself that like the general messages we had for the air signs were dormant, or were not even dormant, but you knew about them but were not working on them because of this emotional heaviness that you have been feeling. And you are working towards becoming more abundant for sure. And it's just that if you keep carrying this emotional baggage, and if you do not release it, you will get everything. You will get that abundance, you will get that prosperity, you will get that contentment, but you will always probably at the bottom of your heart have heaviness should you choose to not release this and end this cycle. So that is what is being pointed out quite strongly, that you need to let go of this old baggage or any and all beliefs, limiting ideas, or dependencies on anyone, be it any platonic or romantic relationships. It's time to let go of this. Otherwise, not otherwise, you will be anyway achieving that prosperity that you have been working on, and you'll be getting new ideas to work on this, but the satisfaction and innate happiness that needs to come, or that it's not about it is a need for it to come, but it's more about how you wish to soulfully be happy. For that to happen, you need to let go of all these old ideas that are just they are not creating, actually they are just destructing or causing destruction in your life. Because you have amazing ideas, your communication skills are thriving right now, even though it's Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde is a lot about communications going haywire and the technology going haywire, so that. But your ideas are coming in quite strongly. The more you are calming your heart chakra, the more you are calming and mastering your emotions. Also, that is a lifelong journey, so don't beat yourself up, because this feels a lot like trying to be this feels a lot like trying to be there for everyone and being the perfect person, and that's an unnecessary load that you are carrying on your shoulders, and it's time to release it. Choose what is lighter for you. Access talks about this, which is anything that feels lighter to you is your personal truth. Anything that feels heavier to you is not your truth, and just go by the awareness how it feels. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and think about anything, any person, any relationship, any work commitment, any idea you have that you would like to execute in your career, any course you would like to take, any degree you would like to pursue, and feel how it feels. Basically ask the question, what would it be like should I choose this? And if it feels lighter, it is true for you, go ahead with that, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Just choose something else, right? Because so we have the Sun and the Three of Pentacles ahead, and definitely this is quite geared towards your career and creativity. So the Sun is one of my favorite cards, and it's also one of the most favorable cards in the tarot. So it's about abundance, it's about being confident, being happy, embracing your inner child, being joyful, and being so creative, and having all the luck in the universe as well. So this is there for you in the future, and it's very most likely it's there in the near future. So for it to actualize it with even more ease, for you to actually feel even happier and not be in resentment or hatred even when you achieve all of these accolades and all of this prosperity, please let go of all of the older baggages, right? So I'll just pull one more card. We have trust. Okay, I just want one more card, okay. And friendship. So we have trust and friendship. So with your best judgment, move ahead. Know that what is meant to be, what is going to serve you, will be with you, will be a part of your journey, no matter what. If it doesn't, then it's not supposed to be a part of your journey. That's it. So instead of harboring any heavy emotions, trust that the universe has got your back, because that is true, and that moving forward, whatever you wish for, whatever you genuinely from your heart center, from joy and from the center of your being, which is unconditional love, which is infinite consciousness, right? It's expansion as well. So from that point of view, from that point of being, actually, when you move forward and take step towards embracing who you truly are and these ideas that are coming to you so strongly, there is literally just extreme joy, happiness, luck, and a lot of new people coming into your life or revamping of your relationships, the existing ones, and so much so that they will contribute to your work as well, and not just emotionally, or basically not just on a personal level, it's there at the personal level as well. So Gemini, that's the reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys the next time. Hi Libra, so this is your reading. We have the Star, Queen of Wands, and the Emperor for the past. And we have the World. You have a lot of major arcanas, by the way. We have the World, the Empress, Queen of Swords, also the High Priestess for your current energies. And we have Nine of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles for your future, near future energy. So Libra, your work, inner work, definitely, specifically healing a lot around your emotional self, emotional health, and in your emotional body. A lot, and it feels like you resorted to a lot of spiritual or basically alternative methods to do this. And I know it feels like a personal reading for me, because I too am a Libra with my moon in Libra as well. And this entire journey that you have gone through in the recent past, wherein you've been healing yourself, healing your feminine and masculine side, trying to integrate, working on integrating them, becoming more of who you are, really has started or created or laid a foundation that's amazing. That's like, it's creating basically a foundation that is going to create legacies. It's not a house of cards, this is a proper foundation. We have the Emperor and the Empress both, which is interesting. So with that, I feel you guys are becoming more open with the current energies as well. We have the World card, the Empress, and the Queen of Swords, also the High Priestess. With the World, a very new and fresh cycle is beginning, where you are feeling yourself, you are being who you are highly intuitive, you are tapping into your creative energy, your feminine side a lot, specifically with, maybe because it is the Star, no, not maybe, we have all the present energy is all feminine energy. The High Priestess, the Queen of Swords, Empress, and the World, all of them have feminine energies. And with the Queen of Swords also, you are not joking around. Basically, you are quite serious about what you're doing, you're quite serious about the changes that you're making, you are clear about what is the choice you're making and what is not required in your life, and you're working a lot with your intuition to work through this, to move through this. And even though we've been like Librans have been working in their past to heal stuff for themselves, and it definitely, with the Emperor, there's no denying that there is a new foundation that has been laid, which is extremely powerful, extremely strong, extremely sturdy and reliable. Yet there, with the Nine of Swords, basically in the future, in the near future, I feel like a lot of your past fears that need to be worked through even more on a different level will creep up. Specifically, a lot around the need to be in control needs to you basically need to let loose. You need to let go of the idea of needing to be in control and being in control. I've talked about this on my Instagram briefly, but the point is, when you are needing to be in control, you're wanting to control everything around you. And want is basically one of the synonyms of being in lack, actually, if you look at the dictionary, like in the history of English dictionary. So so needing in control is that, and being in control is knowing that what you want, what you would like to have is going to actualize. The life you would like to have is going to actualize. The kind of person you would want to be with, the kind of person you would like to be with, the kind of work environment you would like to create, the kind of business that you would like to create is definitely going to actualize. And with these fears and the Three of Pentacles, I feel like people, specifically I'm getting soul tribe, not just soul family, not just soul tribe. So even more closer souls that resonate with you and the kind of work that you are doing are going to help you through these fears, which is going to establish the Ten of Pentacles, which is prosperity in every aspect, basically career wise, family wise, or relationship wise, and having it all, having the abundance, having the relationships, having contentment, right? So contentment was there in our general messages. So these fears would creep up every now and then, but don't hesitate to ask for help. You can always ask for help, because you have people around you who could help you work through this, help you work through these fears and walk through these fears, move ahead and attain your Ten of Pentacles, which is undoubtedly there in your future. So quite a major reading for you with so many major arcanas. We have almost how many? 1, 2, 3, 5 major arcanas out of almost 10 cards or less. So, and at the bottom of the deck we have Knight of Swords. So don't sit back because of these fears. Basically, the Nine of Swords in the future, these might come up, remnants of it or nuances of it that you may not have cleared earlier, or you could not acknowledge earlier, because we are always operating from the level of awareness we have at that point, right? So now you have more awareness. So when this pops up, ask for help. Don't do it all on your own. That's a personal message for me too. So let's get some oracle cards to wind up the reading. The color green is popping quite strongly. So definitely a lot around heart chakra. Breaking free. And we have positivity. Oh God. So please, Librans, get out of your head. These fears, when they show up, remember that you have worked through you have worked through this. You have worked on your chakras or your affirmations. You've worked on your mindset, and you're still working. We all know it's an ever-going process, right? So it's just a new layer that you need to let go of and clear, because you are bound to be free-spirited, outrageously you, and be happy. All of us are. So that message is definitely coming through strongly. I feel like with the World card, currently this is the cycle that's ending for you, the cycle of being stuck in your head with fears and doubts and not taking risks, or not taking that leap of faith towards the kind of life you wish to live. So yeah, break free, we have dived deep as well. So don't be afraid. And whenever you feel the heaviness, resort to anything that helps you move past it. Ask for help from your guides, ask for help from friends that you know who will walk you through this or work with you through this. Because with the Three of Pentacles, I'm not just getting people from your work life, but definitely a lot of close friends who would help you to get past your fears and see clearly the situation for what it actually is, and make the necessary changes, instead of you going into the cesspool of your murky, heavy thoughts, right? So they will help you gain clarity and achieve the Ten of Pentacles, which is amazing. It's like prosperity and abundance in every term, like I mentioned earlier. So positivity and breaking free. move beyond those shackles that you have created in your head and ask for help to move beyond them. You have worked worked through it on your own, but don't shy away from asking for help, because that's going to lead you to create relationships that will be long lasting, stable, with a strong foundation as well. So that's it for you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed the reading and it resonated with you. Share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon.